What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today I just wanted to get a quick video out today. It's just I had a stock that's just been burning me up inside. I'm like, I have to talk about this. I have to tell somebody about it. And then there's also another one that, we've covered in the previous video saying, hey, this is one of those salt and pepper stocks. You want to start adding, slowly accumulating. And then there was one that just completely ran so hard today, and I haven't even done the full due diligence into it. But there are a lot of good traders onto it, so it's one to keep on your radar as they just announced an AK merger today. So let's jump into the video. But first, make sure you like, subscribe, give me a comment. What are you looking at? Are we having fun yet? Yes, we are. So let's go. So like I said, we're going to keep this one short and sweet today. Not going to turn it into 15, 18 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, just rambling on about different stocks and how we're always right. I mean, not always, but, sometimes, rocking the Jaws shirt today, going to be buying the blood as usual. But the first one is GEGP. So they had an 8K drop today, basically saying they're acquiring Devon, medical supplies and medical equipment, and the amount of employees they have and so forth. So it seems like a pretty big merger, and it came out of nowhere. There wasn't a lot of people that were loaded into this stock, but it's up 100% on the day. It is still in trips, and as you can see, as far as the market cap and the held at DTC, let's call it, under 5 bill float. So a little bit thicker than we normally like to play, 25 bill as far as the AS, but it's definitely one to keep on your radar. I just had to talk about this. I was like, this thing is crazy, because a lot of stocks that have mergers like this tend to bust out of trips and run up to 002 or more. So it depends, are they going to have active management? Are they going to do a follow-up PR? What is going to follow up? So I'm actually going to put Wild Rhino up here. He's a good friend of mine, does great due diligence. So, he said he took a small position per today's 8K Devon Medical Products is merging into the shell. LinkedIn shows 50 to 100 employees. Their parent organization, Devon International, whose revenue is $100 million. And then, so you can go through and read this yourself. So I'll post it up here, but this could be huge. It could be something that just might die off. So, as you always say, if it does tend to dip, maybe just grab a little bit and see what happens. But it has that opportunity, going through, looking at all the DD that's behind them, that it might turn into a huge stock. So nobody really knows yet. So a lot of people are going to be uncovering and unfolding the DD. So definitely keep an eye on that one, especially for a dip tomorrow or the following day. Being in trips, you can't beat something like that, especially a merger that big. But, looking at the chart, it's had some resistance issues, under 0009. And then Wickton today, we are currently in market hour. So it might bust up and pounce out today before the market closes, but I don't think so. Seems like 7-8 range is pretty good. But the next one I want to talk about is GEGI. Is GEGI hot in here? So if you watched the video a month ago, I said this is a prime target to accumulate because it ran into 60s, 70, and then it's been tapered off. It, we put on the video, said 002, 0022. If you can catch teens, this thing, it could just pay all your bills for the rest of the year once it starts going. And lo and behold, it got pink current today, so everybody's really excited. And they followed it up with, we are excited to see pink current. It is going to be a busy week. We have a narrow focus. Look for news to come. Boom, finally, and it is just, it's pushing. This is their website, as we've talked about it before. We've covered the DD in a lot of videos. And then, as far as artificial intelligence, autonomous security and so forth. So we want to see what they are going to bring to the table. They are pink current now, so the risk is a lot lower. It has been grinding up, looking at the chart. The chart was gorgeous, just channeling, and then, you could see it starting to curl, and then boom, pop today. So news hits tomorrow, news hits this week. It could keep pushing up depending on what they're going to say. If they say, hey, we're dropping acquisitions, we're doing this, we're doing that, exciting times ahead, it'll just continue and it'll see new highs. But definitely keep this one on your radar. And, I really like it. And, it might taper off. I'd say maybe low 30s if no news comes, might even fill this tiny gap back. But, it has great support in high 20s. So it's definitely one that could be a mover like CYBL. They had multiple acquisitions. And they started really having good management. So now that they are pink current, I'm expecting them to start just hammering on all cylinders. As I said, we want to be as pink current as bad as you guys want us to be. So really looking forward to that one. But the one I love this as a swing. I can't even tell you. I'm just buying it all up. It does not even matter. We'll talk about the chart. We'll talk about what's coming. But it's DVLP. So I'm going to put up their Twitter here. And we have Matt Riv up here, West Coast Closer. So he basically says DVLP roadmap is legit. They said they want 100 million revenue goal. They want to do this. They put out the roadmap previously. But look at what DVLP has put out. So... and as far as their updates, so 1 of 3, closing date on our first 8-figure acquisition is set for August 18th. Could extend it, due to some required filings and so forth, but this thing is going to climb. So, we'll look at the chart in a second, but then they follow up with number 2. Our second acquisition closing date is set to close soon as well. Our intentions are to close it as soon as possible. Update 3, a bright future ahead. Our goals and roadmap for 22 have not changed a bit. 100 million, more updates to come. Active management, gorgeous share structure, just hitting it on all cylinders. 1, 2 acquisitions, updates. So, we're going to pull up the chart here. So I think it's right around 0049 right now. As you can see right here at the 8MA, it's sitting at 0044, and so we do 2150 down here, and let's say mid to high 30s. So depending on when it is announced, I think 40 should hold, anywhere from 40 to 44. So if it breaks that, it's going to see 37, 34. But I think if this thing drops to mid 30s, I am pouncing like a tiger. August 18th, guys, we're sitting here a little over 2 weeks away. The first acquisition set to close, the second one to close right behind it. This thing could hit new highs, but as they've said before, they tweet, broke a penny, tapered off. Here we go, boom, 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 65, 70. So anything 40s, 30s, like buying it up, pending they don't drop the bomb and pull the RS move or hammer a bunch of dilution. This is probably one of my favorite swings heading into the next 2 weeks. Of course, I like WNFT as well. Covered that in yesterday's video, and it's having a good day, broke into 7, so really excited about that one. I really think that one's going to gain some steam. But DVLP, loving it. And then same thing with GEGI, GEGI. This could turn into something special. We got to see what they got to bring to the table. So there is risk involved. It has been climbing, and we did talk about support levels. It does have a small gap to fill. Will it fill? It could fill it a year from now. This thing could run to a penny tomorrow with Tesla news. Who knows? But that's what's fun about the OTC. It's just all about the speculation. So keep your eye on GEGP. Wild Rhino, great guy to follow. Keep some of his DD in your back pocket. GEGI. Finally, Pink Current, news coming on the way. DVLP, I think this thing can really just crank it from here. But, I'll be accumulating, as we talk about, pepper for at least the next week. So, I'll set bids at 40, 39, 38, 41, 42, and just see what I catch. Just collect it. That's all you got to do. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment, show me some love, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.